Hello. 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 Hello.
What's up, Paul?
I'm having an electronic breakdown here. All of a sudden, my computer was locked up and I had to get a hold of Microsoft. And oh, man. The guy was walking me through it halfway through and then he hung up on me.
Well,
Well, let me
need to
get,
write these things down.
let me get the.
Oh, don't you dare. No. Let's see what she wants real quick. Shut her up. What's the matter?
Well, everybody, sorry about being late, but it's been electronic mayhem here.
Good evening, Paul.
Good for somebody. My computer locked up and it was giving me this error message, call tech support, blah, blah, blah. So I called and I was on the phone with him for 45 minutes while he was helping me walk through this, walk through that, and had me load this and load that and do this and do that. And you think that it's working now? Hell no.
Typical. Yeah, I've been there refreshing the screen, thinking, where the hell is he? He's still not on.
Where's AZ when you need him?
Not only AZ, it's like this all started because all of a sudden now StreamTime Live is not streaming live unless you have access code. And I can't get the access code.
Now that don't make sense because I got it on mine.
No, I can't pull it up.
My YouTube is Stream Time Live going right now.
Nope, not mine. Unless they blocked me for some reason.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have a login
Log into what?
to Stream Time Live?
See all this flashing going on here? I'm not doing any of that shit.
Now that computer doesn't have nothing to do with the stream, right?
Right.
Then what happens if you reboot it? Is it going to lock you out?
Says we. Wait a minute. I think he's messaging me. We got disconnected. Yes, we did. Well, let me make you guys co-hosts. So at least somebody might be able to run this damn thing.
Like I said, for some reason, I got Stream Time on mine working perfect.
No, I can't get it on mine. Oh, the damn emojis.
If you go back and sign into just YouTube and then put subscriptions up there, and you got a subscription to it, right? So it should show you if it's working or not.
I'm getting rid of the damn live emojis. It says I don't have the live emojis up, but it said, oh, there we go.
There's AC. He's here in the chat. I'm Brian. And Dominic. And JD.
The emojis are working fine.
Yeah, I told it to edit video, custom, turn emojis off, save, come back.
Hey, Luigi.
Paul. David AZ is telling you to turn the computer off. It's a scammer. It's not Microsoft.
Well, it had me load some damn program on here.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Turn it off. Now.
Okay, it's off. Now turn it back on again.
Wait.
Not yet.
Well, what it did was it locked my screen up. It was a voice telling me to call right away that you've been hacked, blah, blah, blah. You've been hacked.
Yeah, that's what it was, a scammer.
A scammer hacking you. Trying to get. Fortunately, I don't think you've got any bank or any other details on that computer, have you?
No.
No. So you should be all right.
Well, while we let it sit there blank for a minute, Mia's driving me crazy. She wants to be fed. Be right back.
Okay.
Because we're about an hour late.
Good Lord. Yeah, whenever you see something pop up like that, just turn it off and turn it back on.
Yeah.
They said don't turn it back on, it'll be reinstalled.
Yeah, don't turn it back on because it'll still be there.
My question, does he know how to do it?
Probably not. The only way to make sure it doesn't happen is to disconnect it from the internet for the time being, then turn it back on. Then you've got to try and find whatever it is that he loaded onto it and delete it. Make sure it doesn't happen is to disconnect it from the internet for the time being, then turn it back on. TJ, turn YouTube off.
All right, what's happening? What's going on?
Then you've got to try and find whatever it is that he loaded onto it and delete it. Or it doesn't happen is to disconnect it from the internet for the time being, then turn it back on. TJ,
What's
turn
up?
YouTube off.
All right, what's happening? What's going on?
Then you've got to try and find whatever it is that he loaded onto it.
All right, hold on just a second. Let's see. All right.
Clinically efficient. I have earmarks of a slaughter as an animal.
Or sacrifice.
It was working.
Federal state databases to suggest similar crimes. As far as I can tell, it's the first in the series. At least one
This is gonna be a long stream.
suggesting a psychotic condition, extreme levels of disorganization. Yet there are forensic countermeasures, and somebody in control have to do complicated computer work. One member of the team organized, the other's extremely disorganized. It was strange that the one that we would consider as being most in control, the one that made the phone call, can't seem to stop the other one from killing. Usually the forensic personality takes direction.
Is that your TV, TJ?
Yeah, TV's on in the background, but I'm trying to. I don't know what the heck's going on with my speaker thing here.
It's all right. You've got no what's it now. There's no loop on it now, so you must have YouTube turned down or muted or whatever. Is that your
David?
TV, TJ? What do you think the chances are, David, that Paul will know how to wipe
Zero.
it and reinstall it?
0 to none, nil.
Yeah, pretty much. He's going to need help doing that.
Depends on the computer. It shouldn't be. If he reboots it, I think there's certain keys you can do to wipe it, but I don't know.
I mean, fortunately, it's only the computer that runs his stream time on the back monitor.
Well, he turned it on
So-
again. Look. No, he didn't.
He's not been back yet.
No, I thought he turned it on again when that thing popped up. That's just a screensaver.
Mm,
Yeah, but when you get something pop up telling you you need to call us, you've been hacked to fix it,
yeah, you
Yeah.
don't do that.
don't do it. And especially when they call, you got to load this software in. You load it in. Don't do that.
but all they've done is they've loaded a remote, a remote access software.
Yeah, guaranteed. And he needs to get it off that network, because if he's on that network, they can
Yeah.
look at.
I don't know whether he's got it hooked up wirelessly or whether he's got a
And
cable.
where did, like, my question, here's the other thing. Where did he download the software?
Well, it would have
If he
had to.
downloaded on his
Right.
main system,
No, it would have had to have been on that one.
maybe, maybe not. I should, yeah, I understand, but I'm hoping he didn't just, well, they maybe he gave him an email address, they sent it to, and then he downloaded it right there.
We'll find out when he gets back. If he has done, then the stream ends, because he'll have to turn this off as well.
Are you worried about the cost of a bathroom remodel that could go on for weeks and weeks? Well, now you can have a gorgeous-
Hey, can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, fine, TJ.
What? What?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I'm trying to connect another Bluetooth speaker, but I don't know why it's not connecting.
Hey, come on, Justin, come save Paul.
Is it switched on?
Jacuzzi has been making walls
Yeah,
for
fine,
free
TJ.
for more than 65
What?
years.
What?
They
What?
know it's a brand you can trust, and their products come with a
All right, let's
Uh-huh.
see.
Now you've got audio coming back again.
plus. There has
What
never
happened with Paul?
Paul, apparently his computer that does stream time came up and said that you've been hacked, called Microsoft, or they had a number of calls. So he called somebody,
Oh,
downloaded the software into it, and the guy disconnected with him. And it's giving him all kind of problems. And somebody's searching his computer. He says, I'm not doing this. So something's searching his computer in the back.
Yeah, you gave
And-
him remote access through.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like AZ said, cut the computer
Microsoft
off. We've got to
off.
find out what access he's got this computer on. Is it just that one, or did he get it into the network? You know, it's kind of,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
used some
it-
kind of remote desktop connection.
oh, guarantee.
Yeah.
See, I'm
But it
gonna
also
design.
means he can't turn that computer back on again unless he disconnects it from the network, and then he's got to wipe it and start again on it. And there's not much chance of him doing that, really.
Okay, Paul. The
Uh,
question is,
Yeah,
It depends on what he
You
installed on it
downloaded
too.
a software?
yeah.
You
Where?
downloaded something, or did he have you put in a
He
code
had
on your
me put
computer?
down something. I don't know.
Yeah, but which computer did you do it on?
The one
Just
that
the
runs
one
this TV. It's not my regular computers.
Right,
Okay.
that's okay.
Did you
Well, that
Don't
actually
sounds
turn
like
unplug
that
it-
it?
one back on again. It's going to have to be wiped and
Yeah, don't turn it on.
reformatted and Windows reinstalled to get
Turn
rid
it
of
on?
the soft.
No,
No,
no.
don't turn it
No,
on
you need to
ever
unplug it.
until it's
So
been wiped. Until it's been. How is it connected to the internet? Is it wireless or has it got a cable in it?
Wireless.
Right. That makes it a bit more awkward because you're going to have to disconnect it from the internet as well.
Daughter.
You
Yeah, 'cause
don't
it
turn
sounds
it
like you
on.
got a remote.
technically,
You don't turn it on until you've got somebody there
Well,
that
and
knows how to wipe it and reinstall Windows for you.
in reality,
it's
what he
on.
could do to keep it from connecting back to the network is he would, if he was on the phone with somebody that was gonna help him reset it, he gets on the phone, actual phone with them, and then just unplugs his router and disconnects his whole network. And that way the computer doesn't reconnect automatically. And then do the reinstall, because you can just do a local reinstall. You don't have to have internet to do that.
Yeah, but I don't
Yeah.
think I can
then
reinstall this because this is so damn old.
Well,
Yeah, you should be able to do a local reinstall on it. What is it
Yeah,
running?
it should-
Windows 10? It's gotta be at least Windows 10, right?
Not necessarily.
Just a minute, gang.
I hope to God it ain't nothing.
Well, we don't
less than
know
Windows
because he
10.
hasn't. He can't switch it on to find out now.
well, he's got it on. He turned it on. He's booting up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't turn it
Yeah,
on,
he-
Paul.
Yeah,
Once
he
you
turned
turn
it
it
on.
on, the guy's got access to it again.
Well, it depends on which tool the guy used. If he used just a regular built-in remote access tool, it will disconnect as soon as the network drops.
There it
It
is.
might just
can't-
need a new code, but quite often they use
I
the
don't
same
know.
code every time.
No, if you're using the one that's built into Microsoft, you have to do a fresh code every time. It regenerates a
Yeah,
new
get
code.
that.
Yeah, but he might not be using the one that's built in. The odds are he isn't
I don't know what
Yeah.
he,
because he would know that.
yeah, I don't know what he installed. Like, did he install some random ass remote network connection?
Paul? How did
And we
he
don't know if he
tell
was
you?
talking to Microsoft. We don't know.
No,
How did
they
he
don't do
tell
the
you to
discs
install
anymore,
it? No, they don't do
Jonathan.
that.
Yeah, I didn't think they did.
That's old school, bro. You're thinking like early 2000s, like
Hi,
90s.
So what was-
Jonathan.
what was Paul doing earlier?
Yeah.
Somebody's got into his computer.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Fell for the old I'm from Microsoft and you got a virus and I need to get into your
But
computer.
fortunately, the old computer that only runs the Stream Time Live on his TV, not the one he's using to stream with.
He should be able
yeah.
to do a local reinstall without the internet on.
Yeah, because his TV's
No.
not on.
No reason why he shouldn't be able to do that.
This is Paul we're talking about.
It's not that old, Jonathan. It's got to be running Windows 10. It can't be that
still
old.
booting up, huh?
Windows 7, yeah.
Windows
Do
7.
what?
Windows 7.
What the fuck are you doing running Windows 7? You know
And
they have
then
no
it
security,
upgraded
right?
to 8, and now it runs 8 and 10.
Oh, okay. I thought he was still running Windows 7. I was like, holy shit, no wonder.
You've not turned it back on, have you, Paul?
Yeah.
He did.
Well, don't.
Well, I don't care if the damn thing blows up at this point and take the son of a bitch and throw it in the river.
No, all I'm saying is not that. As soon as you turn it on and it connects back to the internet, that guy can get back into it again.
Like I said, it depends on what he installed on it. But he doesn't know, so that's the problem.
What did he send you to get onto it?
He didn't send me. He just sent it to me.
Yes, but
Okay, he
what?
sent him a link.
Mark,
It was
Yeah.
a link, right?
73 years old. I can't remember an hour ago.
What he did was he
I'm
sent him a
just
link
saying.
to a remote access tool. And then Paul had to give him permission to get in.
So that probably
Most
wasn't.
likely, the guy didn't install anything nefarious, most likely. Not saying he didn't. But he was probably going through Paul's computer looking for financial stuff and,
Well, there isn't
Different
anything
things
on
like
it,
that.
fortunately, I don't think.
right. Those remote access tools, usually when you disconnect from it, they don't automatically reconnect. You have to go through the whole process again.
So
Oh, I use-
probably.
I use them
Normally.
quite regular with my mate when I need his help because he's got his own computer company. So I let him connect to my machine every now and again to sort stuff
Well,
out
like
for
I've
me.
used it tons of times, different one. I've used 2 or 3 different ones with Sean, and when you
Ah.
do when they disconnect, they usually
What's it saying on
require
this
a
screen in the
new
back?
They require
password.
a code,
What's
a
that?
password to be put
Joe?
in, yeah, but the
What's that
password
screen
doesn't
behind you
always
saying
fit.
all the words? Behind you.
Restarting.
Like I said, all he has to do is just get on the phone, turn his internet off,
Hmm.
just unplug the fucking router and just walk through it over the phone. It's not that hard to reinstall Windows.
It ought to be keystrokes. You ought to be able to restore it back to either Windows or restore it to new.
Just go in the
Because even
security
old gateways,
settings
I
and do
could
a
I could
reset.
press F10 with the shift key, and it'll give me the
Mhm.
option.
Heck, when I was a kid, I could turn my computer upside down and shake it.
Yeah.
This is an old HP all-in-one ancient son of a bitch.
David
Paul?
wants you to call. David wants you to call him.
AZ.
AZ.
Yeah, AZ. Tell him I will, but right now I'm waiting to see if this is going to start up or whatever. But and I just had somebody at the door trying to sell me AT&T internet, and it's like, and then the little girl from upstairs come down and she wanted a bag of cookies, and oh man.
You had all this stuff coming at you at
Yeah,
one
and
time.
Mia was looking for dinner. She was pestering the shit out of me with her paw.
I just
Aren't little neighbor girls supposed to show up to your house trying to sell cookies? That's what happens in my neighborhood.
A Girl Scout selling them cookies.
That's scary. But AZ probably give you the keystrokes to start it up.
So did Paul accept something from somebody that made him like get
No,
him?
It was
locked
a
up.
remote
Locked up.
access tool,
The
which
computer
gives you
locked up.
access and control of somebody's computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, do what Laura said, or do it. I mean, just call AZ and he'll walk you through on how to.
Well, he's going to want the computer to be running, and right now it says you're 30% there. Keep your computer on.
That's why I said to turn your Wi-Fi
Yeah.
off and call him on the phone.
I am not sure that isn't the software that he's put on still running
That's a
again.
Windows. That looks like a Windows update.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Does it? No,
It
that's
probably
all right.
hasn't been updating in a couple years.
No, David worked on it not too long ago.
Not
That
on that
computer?
computer.
Wasn't that the one that he blocked it from updating?
No.
Ah, okay, never mind.
Go on then, Dusty. Which game finished 0-0?
Yeah, he's saying do not turn it on, Paul.
And they kicked a goal.
It's already on. I don't want
At
to
the
turn it
end.
off now. 30% update, right?
It's all right. If you turn it off, all it'll do is start again when you turn it back on again.
Yeah,
Well, it's been getting ready to come back on now for like 30 minutes. And it's not
That's a
coming out.
Windows. That's a Windows update right there.
Dusty said throw it out the river. Huh.
What do I feel about?
There's nothing on that computer anyway.
Nothing important. Oh, I'm up to 48, 50%, 58%, 61%, 65%, 72%.
Paul,
David has put in capitals. Do not turn it on.
Paul,
So,
What?
who was it that you talked to? Did you call somebody or somebody
Yeah,
called?
800 number.
Where'd you get that number from?
It was on the screen. It was telling me to call because it was
Oh,
locked.
no,
I
no,
couldn't
no.
do anything. I couldn't turn it off. I couldn't turn it on. I couldn't do anything.
You're
So
getting hacked.
that number came from Microsoft.
Yes.
We
And you
don't
might
know.
not you
No,
might
it
might
came-
not be
came to
you might
screen.
not be getting hacked. You might simply be getting an update, like you said that it's
Maybe.
doing. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. If that computer is that old, as old as you say it is, just act like it's your Air 2S and go get your new one.
What was the phone number, Paul? Do you have it?
Be on his phone, on his
Just
recent
being
call.
your outgoing calls. Look in your outgoing calls. You should have that number.
Yeah, call it out. I'm gonna try to research it.
Put it in Google. Check the number.
But I mean, if that number came from Microsoft and it connects you to somebody from Microsoft, then yeah, all they're really doing is updating your
Yeah, but
computer.
if your computer
and
freezes
your
up and
connection.
says you can't do it, call this number.
I don't.
Yeah,
That
that's-
sounds fishy.
Yeah, it sounds. You smell like a dead fish. Smell like that turtle had been dead on the beach you picked up after 3 weeks. Do you know the number?
No. No, it's not. I got another call.
Paul,
Oh, don't.
Don't
Paul,
answer it.
don't answer that call.
It might be
Oh.
him again.
If it's y'all not thinking. If it is Microsoft, right? They're literally trying to help them, and y'all telling them not
No,
to do it.
Microsoft will not ring
Microsoft
you
will
back.
not phone you up.
They wouldn't have called you up.
No. Why would Microsoft call you? How would they know? Paul, I'm telling you now, this afternoon, while we was on the live stream, your cursor on that screen was going all over the place and you had a pop-up box. You need to speak to AZ and he will talk you through it.
I'll call him here shortly.
AZ is your best answer.
I'd
You
say
should try to call your phone, but your phone is off.
What?
He said he asked in the chat, why is your phone off? He tried to contact you. Obviously.
It's because he's getting them other calls.
Well, the other thing, I've been having trouble with my cell phone too lately. Today.
unless the phone
I
call
try
he was
to
getting
call
then.
somebody on my cell phone
was-
and it doesn't go through.
Yeah, unless
got-
that phone
you got
call
storms
that he
in
was
your
getting
area?
then was David and he didn't know.
No?
Tim, call the beekeeper.
I don't call it beekeeper.
That was what the
Or the
whole movie
bricklayer.
was about.
The bricklayer.
Dusty said you were hacked, but that's not the
No,
That's-
I'm telling you that computer has been hacked, and I'll tell you how I know. This afternoon, I mentioned it twice. The cursor was moving around the screen, and at one point, it had a pop-up box just appear out of nowhere, and Paul wasn't even
Yeah.
sat in his chair.
No, it wasn't.
This sounds
well,
like what
well,
happened.
yeah. If
Hold on,
they are
Kid
seeing
David.
that, then you definitely hack, Paul.
David,
If
can
I
they
you go
seen
done.
back?
that and you wasn't there, you hack.
David, can you go back to that live stream and pull that up?
Yeah, should be able to.
See if you can find that. I want to see. Because I remember you saying that earlier, and I just didn't go back and look at it. Because everybody, we were kind of joking around
Yeah,
about it
you
at
have
the
to give me a
time.
couple of minutes because.
Well, David said to shut. AZ said to shut it down and keep it off. But
Mm-hmm.
That's the best way. Because while you switched on, they can hear what you're saying. Or if they are.
Well, not to mention, like
Huh.
David said, they can do a network intrusion and get on all his computers.
Yeah.
Shut it down, Paul. Shut it down. Hit the power button, man.
I powered it down.
The best thing to do is just honestly, I would unplug it from the wall.
Yeah, pull the plug.
Because there is it is very highly possible that they could be able to turn the computer back on remotely. I don't know if they could, but
I don't,
It's
we don't also.
I don't
not
think
when
they
it-
can
Not
take-
when you do a hard switch off. No, only if you put it to sleep rather than turn it off.
Just seems like when it rains, it pours.
You didn't know?
Mm.
Double D, how you doing, man?
Double D.
All right.
What's up,
Let
Dan?
me
Tim?
pause this here.
Dusty? JD? Everybody else in the chat? I missed. Sorry. Kind of
What's
came in the
good,
middle of a
everybody in
shitstorm.
chat? I can't see the chat. I actually
I'm
got
trying to
the
open the chat on the phone.
Okay. If you look, his screen has suddenly gone dark, like it's nighttime.
right.
Yeah, 'cause I turned it off.
You can see there you go. Boom.
Yep, there it is. Screen. Something popped up on the screen. Where's the
Was it-
cursor?
Was it earlier this morning?
Oh,
That was
Dave,
on the
Yeah,
live
Yeah.
stream.
That was this morning. Yeah.
shit,
Oh.
And it
Dave.
just stays there.
I can't figure out why, but this cell phone seems to be screwy too.
That's what I'm worried about. They get into everything after they get into
Does something pop up on the screen in a little bit?
Yeah, it's a window open on the middle of the screen right there, and he's not even
Yeah.
at his desk.
I turned it
Not
off.
even
Yeah.
at his desk.
Like, that's what I said. Everything sort of like it went to nighttime on his screen, and then all of a sudden, boop, the box was up.
Tim,
I think
it's
just to be
attached.
safe, you should go to your breaker box and flip all your breakers.
Tim, it's attached wirelessly. You can't. If he unplugs the router, the whole stream goes down.
The time of day of that screen, like David said, nighttime.
doesn't
We
have
don't
any-
normally see nighttime on Paul's screen behind him.
He doesn't have it
I'll
plugged
leave
into
it off for
Ethernet,
now
so
and we'll figure something out.
and he's talking to David now about it.
Yeah.
Okay,
See, there's
all right, thank
what's
you.
this
Okay.
other box on his screen here?
Yeah, I seen that pop up a
That
little
might
while
be
ago.
from the actual TV itself. Because it's not running any signal now. That might be some kind of input box or something.
See, these things happen when you just get a random email and boom.
Tim, if he turns off Wi-Fi, the computer that he's got, he'd have to turn the computer on to turn off Wi-Fi on that computer.
As long as
And
that's
if he
turned off.
unplugs the router, we all disappear.
Right. But that might be what he's gonna need to do to disconnect who's ever got the remotely.
That
Which
might
one?
be what
Yeah.
he has to do.
Yeah,
and then
he
he'll have to sleep.
literally has to disconnect his internet. Period.
Yeah.
Well, like I said,
you
he's
know.
on the phone with David. David's talking to him now.
Yeah.
So
He'll have
Yeah.
to turn it off, to go to his wife. I think.
he can't. I
Paul?
mean, David's going to give him the best advice. If you don't listen to David, then he ain't going to
Yeah.
listen to none of us.
Yeah. Paul, do you want to just give someone else the host just in case?
Yeah, I can do that.
Mm.
Who wants host? Do you want it, Justin, or?
Yeah, you can give it to me or David. It don't matter. Either one.
Give it to me so I can kick nobody.
You do not give it to him.
I just want to kick
Well,
nobody.
Give it to me. I'm going to start kicking everybody with the last names that start with J.
Look, man, and with an A behind that, I'm gonna be the first one to go.
That's funny.
I'll be the first one to go. J.A. Yeah, you first.
Yeah, I don't know whether Sam's any better than David at doing this or not.
Sam and David are probably
But
Sean are probably some of the best on here.
yeah,
Right for it. And
David, literally, that's his job is like network.
yeah,
Networking and all
Justin,
that.
you're not the host.
yeah, he says, but Sam's what's it, cybersecurity or something.
Joe, you are the host.
Yes, sir. I'm the host.
You're the host
Well, I'm a host.
because he made you host.
Well,
He
y'all
removed
asked me.
he removed co-host off everyone but Mark, and then gave you co-host.
Well,
There'll be no abuse on here tonight.
How you been,
Oh.
Joe?
Yes, Lord.
Joe has the power.
Have you heard Joe's the
Wanna be
best of
host?
Auto 2 pilot out there?
Well, just because Joe's got the power, I need to barricade the living room door to stop Laura getting in.
yeah. If Laura comes on, I'll boot her.
Hey, Laura's number one right now. Boy, y'all could leave her alone. She is victorious right now. I don't even think
That
y'all can
box
piss
is
her
flicking
off.
around a lot.
I don't even think you can make her mad right now, Joe.
For one.
When I think of Laura, I think of number 2.
Hey, David, you are now the host.
Ow.
We gave it to David. I don't want it.
He doesn't. Yes, with great power comes great responsibility. Joe can't handle that.
No, I don't want it.
Well,
I get mad and start booting everybody off.
well, I'm gonna do what
I hear, shut up, and she'd be booted.
I'll do what Paul normally does: make everyone co-host.
I wouldn't
I
even
get
give her
mad
the
and kick
time to say.
myself.
I wouldn't even give her the time to say anything, Joe.
All Laura had to just say, shut, and that's it. Yeah, I had to take my video off because I was making all kind of faces with Paul.
Right, you've all got co-host.
I do, honey.
Oh, do I have co-host?
Yeah, but you've got no power because we've all got it.
Damn.
Cancels everybody out.
Wait a minute, I got co-host. That means I can kick myself, right? Hold on. Let me see if this works.
Right. Do that without co-host.
What's Jonathan getting so banned?
All right, here's a flight I did yesterday.
Oh, that's scary.
Right, that's enough of that. Come on.
Why are you wobbling so much, DJ?
I don't know. I just flying so fast.
Nervous.
Is that the sticks?
Yeah.
Get the motion control. You won't wobble as much.
Yeah, boing.
Boom.
Oh wow. I told you you wasn't ready for that.
I flew one of those yesterday. I didn't hit anything. Thank God.
Grab the rings, TJ.
Said what?
Grab the rings.
grab the rings.
How's the bird? The bird okay?
Yeah, he's all right. He's good. No damage.
You got a bird, TJ?
So,
TJ, you bought a bird?
No, it
no,
means a
he's
drone.
talking about the drone.
Oh, well, see, that's normally what I say when I say bird, but you said he. That's what threw me off.
Well, you know,
That scared me.
drones could
I
be
left
a
it right
he,
where it
or
was.
like in a girl's way, it could be a she. Like Laura's,
Drones can't be a he, TJ. They can't be a he. Cause you see, all drones, right? We take this long thing and we stick them in the back of them. Yeah, it can't be a he.
Yeah. I would take exception to that, Jonathan. When you talk about honeybees, all the drones are he's.
That's right.
That's true.
Honeybees.
Yeah.
What the? Hold on.
Drones are the worker bees.
I thought we were talking about
They're all-
birds. How y'all get to
they're
the
all
bees?
male.
No, the worker bees
We're
are
talking about
female.
drones.
The drones are male,
Ah.
but the worker bees and the queen are all female.
All right.
Correct.
UAV drones, Donald.
Well, it's an aircraft, and aircraft and ships are always she's.
Not always.
Uh-huh.
I only have one drone with a name, and that was the Mini 3 Pro. Because the first day when I couldn't find it, it said the bitch. I called it a bitch.
That's why when they launched a ship, they said, "God bless all who sail in her."
It's all down to preference.
Yeah, it's kind of like that scene from The Jerk when he talked about
Yeah.
she and she. Well, yeah, like gangs can be called she. There's lots of things can be called she.
Uh-huh. Like the
Funny
cat's
movie,
mother.
Jerk.
That's what my mum always used to say.
I mean, I could
She's
do,
the cat's mother.
yeah, I could do a sexist joke, but I won't.
Oh no.
Up Atlantic.
Hi, Bill.
Double A.
Hey, Jonathan, where you from originally?
Me?
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, that too. But what island?
From his dad's penis and his mum's vagina.
The Virgin Islands.
I'm
Take
from
the hose
Earth.
back.
I'm
Take
from
the hose
Earth, and my race is human.
But you
Oh,
know,
holy crap,
The
Jonathan!
Virgin
I think-
Islands, which used to
I'm
be
from Earth,
British,
and my
but
race
now
is human.
America.
You think we might be related?
At least I think my race is human.
What's up, Corey?
Corey.
Hey, Jonathan, I'm from Earth, and
I'm
my
Corey.
race is human. You think we might be related?
well,
No, because
What's up, Bill?
I long to get back to the stars for some reason, so I question if I'm human.
well, put it this way: if the Bible is true, we're all related somewhere.
Tell him again, David.
Because there was only two. It's weird
Yeah.
because Adam and Eve only had two sons, so fuck knows how they managed to do anything after that.
Didn't say anything about. Didn't say even a son, did it? Ain't wrong with- Apparently, if you live in Norwich, there's nothing wrong with a bit of
concept to
ancestry.
make that make sense is,
Oh,
is
you know-
critical.
What's funny, Corey? Is that about 20 military helicopters fly over my house today.
20
And these
copies.
these fuckers were low too.
Well, why are
I'm
you
talking-
pissing them off?
They
I
were
had some-
they probably weren't more than 70, 80 feet in the air.
Oh,
How
And
many
they,
had so many
they shook
helicopters
the
flying
fucking
over the
house when they went over the house. I mean, they shook my house. I could feel it. I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, it was just loud as shit. I ran outside and here come all these helicopters just zooming right over the house. Probably around 60 to 80 feet. They were super low.
Were they playing Ride of the Valkyries over the loudspeakers?
No.
It's funny you
I've
said that
never
because
seen that before.
I heard three
Wonder-
strange ass booms coming off of Fort Benning. It made me look outside like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, I wonder what was
Well,
going on. All these helicopters was going over your house.
That is definitely unusual for my area because we don't really have a lot of military bases near us. And the only time I've ever seen military aircraft over my house is when they were doing an air show one time in Lakeland. So I don't know where the fuck these helicopters came from or where they were going. But that is not
Why don't you
usual.
get the phone app out and check?
Well, I mean, it is that time of the year. Air shows and stuff.
Are they not taking getting prepared for this hurricane?
No, that's supposed to hit southern Mexico.
Are they going to patrol the border then to make sure the Mexicans don't escape
Don't get blown over.
back into Mexico?
Well, since they were heading towards the east coast of Florida, I don't think so.
Justin, that's the consensus. But about 20 minutes ago, they said that if the high pressure keeps moving, they're talking Corpus Christi, Texas, up to Houston, Galveston area. So it should be starting to shift.
Oh,
by a
Jesus
couple
Christ,
days.
Tim. Don't tell me that.
They've been looking for Bertha.
That will knock a motherfucker out.
Uh,
So I just got my hair did, but I'll knock a motherfucker out.
But Justin, they said that was the strongest hurricane at this point in the season ever on record in 150 years. It hit Barbados.
Oh, wow.
And it's supposed to stay
Crazy.
at 4 until it gets right under Cuba. Then it's supposed to drop down to a 2. And then when it hits the Gulf, they said they have no idea what it's going to do when it hits the Gulf. But they're saying if that upper system that's over Louisiana and like Beaumont, Texas area keeps shifting the way it's shifting, it's going to frack it up probably between Galveston and Corpus Christi.
Oh,
So
wow.
Corpus Christi, Galveston could get a 2 or 3, maybe more.
Corpus Christi, that's where Alexis lives.
Yeah. You'll know in about 3 days where it's going to go because the tracks are starting to bend.
So what's for tea tonight then, Don?
Right.
What's the what?
I was asking what Don's cooking for tea tonight.
Oh, tonight I am fixing a Reuben bake, like a casserole. Haven't ever done it before, but
That sounds delicious.
basically rye bread with sauerkraut and corned beef layered underneath that with Swiss cheese, kind of like a lasagna layered. and then
Rye bread, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese.
baked.
Now
Mhm.
your corned
Thousand
beef,
Island dressing.
your corned
Reuben.
beef is the same as our corned beef, is it?
Now I know why I
Corned
don't
beef,
know
yeah.
Ruben.
Thought you were doing McRibs tonight.
I was craving that, but my wife asked for this, so, and I already had the stuff in the house for this.
She ain't asked you nothing. She told you what she wanted.
You're damn right. She sent me a text.
Isn't
Come on,
what you-
Jonathan, leave me a little sense of manhood here. I wanted to make it sound like I had some choice in this thing, and you had to
I know,
come
right?
bust that bubble.
Listen,
Yeah, John,
Isn't
we
what-
already knew.
listen. I wish I could even say that. I can't
isn't
say that.
what you- Isn't what you call corned beef just corn-fed beef or something?
No.
It's not what we call corned beef, is it?
I think
See,
it is.
Which
Shouldn't
People
is
it
ask me what I'm having for dinner. I
What do
tell
you
them
call corned beef?
coffee and
Uncle-
banana bread.
our corned beef is Argentinian mainly and mostly fat.
What we
Okay.
call corned beef is dog food.
What?
You eat the wrong corned beef.
That would it smell like to me.
That's
Donald,
corned beef
close
hash
that
out the
cupboard
can,
door.
man.
Thinly sliced,
Yeah,
thinly
yeah.
sliced
What
corned beef
Joe
right
said,
there.
corned beef hash.
No, ours doesn't look like that.
That's
But
thinly
Donald,
sliced. It
Shut
can
the
come in a
bloody
can.
cupboard door.
This just looks like a slice of ordinary meat.
Well, it is meat.
Yeah, but ours is like a processed meat mixed
Yeah, this
with
is
fat,
processed.
but it don't
Yeah,
look like.
No, it's
I
a
was
dark
processed
brown.
mixed with Lord
Oh,
knows.
That
banana
is-
bread
it-
is good.
Does yours come in like a
Yeah,
can?
I like that.
Yeah.
Banana bread, that's
Well,
good.
You can get it in
Listen,
a
man,
can.
I would eat banana bread all day, every day,
Yeah.
and drink coffee.
Yeah,
You can
yours
get- you can
it
get
comes in a can. Ours comes in a can as well. This is just really thinly sliced.
You can get it in, yeah, but it doesn't. Ours, that's all one color. Ours is
You
not.
can get deli fresh.
We can get fresh corned beef as well, yeah. But it's still the same as the stuff in the can, just not got as much fat in it.
Would have never took Donald for a can, man.
Right, corned beef is salt cured brisket of beef. In the US, they slice that and use it on sandwiches, and the English take the same salt cured brisket of beef and mince it and add some gelatin.
Yeah.
Then stuff it in a can. So it is the same stuff. It's just that we add that jelly stuff around the edge.
Same meat, but prepared differently.
Yeah. But yes, they do get it in cans as well.
Yeah, we can get it, and it's kind of like Spam when you get it in the can.
Yeah.
I love Spam. I haven't had
You
that
get
since-
you have that one of them keys where you turn it around the side of the can.
But anyway, that's what I'm doing tonight is fixing this Reuben bake.
But a Reuben is just the name you use for the sandwich that you've got corned beef in it or something.
Right. Well,
Reuben
corned
is a
beef or
specific
sauerkraut.
sandwich. Reuben is an invented sandwich. Well, I guess all sandwiches are invented, but it's a specific sandwich that is the corned beef and sauerkraut, Thousand Island dressing, and Swiss cheese on rye. If you take
That
away
actually
any of those
sounds
elements
good.
or substitute any of those elements, it is not a Reuben.
It's not a Reuben. Yeah.
Oh, see, Bill, you got to take Spam and thinly slice it. Get it almost paper thin. You fry it up, get it nice and browned on both sides, and you put it on a grilled cheese. I'm telling you, it's fucking amazing.
That might be good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is. It's real.
Oh,
Like I
yes,
said, but you
Spam
want
is
it
nice.
nice. You want it nicely thinly sliced. Like I like to do mine paper thin, where you can almost, because you don't want it to overpower the cheese and all that. You kind of want a good balance of cheese and meat. Grilled cheese Spam sandwiches are really good.
Okay, I sent this client a YouTube link to a video
Uh-huh.
that I produced for them. Could you re-upload the video? This guy, somebody he sent it to, can't view it. It's like, no, you obviously did something wrong. I'm not going to upload it again.
No, they just have to have the link and it needs to be set to unlisted.
It is.
That's it. As long as if he just needs to forward the link to the guy. Worst case scenario, the link you sent, something was up with it.
Yeah.
But the only thing you can really do is just resend him the link again.
Well, it looks like Paul's internet's back up and running.
I put the other notebook over here.
You're keeping that computer off for now, yeah?
Oh, you put the laptop over there.
There's my Dell laptop.
Yeah, just FYI for future reference, Microsoft will never reach out to you even if your computer has viruses on it.
No, you have to reach out to them. You have to
Yeah,
give them
they'll-
your phone number and then they ring you back.
Clouds with a high of 78 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 68 degrees.
Just like if they ever call you asking for gift cards, tell them to fuck off and hang the phone up. The IRS does not take back payments and gift cards. I don't know how people fall for that shit. Though. They'll be like, tell them you owe $2,000 in taxes, but we'll settle it right now for $500 in iTunes gift cards. That's what Even people will go and buy the shit and give it to them. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Well, over here now, right over here, they've put a stop to that now. If you try to buy so many gift cards, they put a block on it.
I don't know. That's how it's on beef.
They do that over here too. So a lot of times, like unless it's like a company that's buying a bunch of them for like, employee giveaway or something like that. But a lot of companies have started doing that too. If you come in there and you seem like you're doing something suspicious with gift cards, they just won't sell them to you.
Well, yeah, if you're buying lots of them in because they ask for them in 20s and 50s, don't they?
Well, they'll ask for as much as they think they can get. They'll say,
yeah, no, what
because
I'm saying,
our gift cards over here.
They'll say, I want 500 in gift cards, but then they'll go, but I need them in 50. So if you're going in there and buying 10, 50 pound gift cards, they're going to put a block on you.
Well, over
They'll
here,
say,
yeah.
if you want 500, you'll get a £100 one.
Right, and so a lot of our gift cards will have different denominations you can do on the same card. Like it'll be like $10 to $250. You can put any
What? That's
amount in
disgusting.
between that.
Yeah,
That's
that
if they
looks
put up to 500 on it.
Corned beef hash is delicious for breakfast food.
Hell,
Yeah,
Corned beef hash with some over easy eggs.
yeah, that's what we do with that. You mash it up, and if you put potatoes with it, cook it in a
Yes.
frame, and you get what the Scots call stovies.
Yeah, ours comes with the little bits of potatoes already in it. It's
Yeah,
fucking
no.
delicious too.
That's just
I haven't had corned beef hash in a long time. I need to get
that's the
some.
meat with what's it? Just meat with streaks of fat in it.
the suet.
Yeah, corned beef hash with some over easy eggs and bacon. Oh.
Corned beef hash. That stuff is awesome.
Yeah, you just
The
take your
problem
over
is-
easy. That will put your over easy eggs over on top of it. You crack them open. Just let it run all over.
I'm sitting here snacking while making this, basically making myself little mini Reubens with the toasted rye and grabbing little pieces and making myself little mini Reubens.
TJ, she's behind
I'm not gonna be hungry by the time my wife
I
comes.
see that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
see that.
You see,
Who is that?
see how nervous TJ's being when she's behind him.
Who is that?
That's it.
That's not his. Who was that, TJ?
That was my wife behind me.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
TJ ducked forward. She knew what was coming.
Yeah, she got that big stick with her today.
Yeah. Big flick of the ear.
PJ flinches and says, "Not the face."
TJ's gonna wake up one morning. She's gonna snip them ends off.
No.
I'm too pretty for prison.
TJ said
I
she's
like
only
that
hit me
too.
twice, but I was out of line.
I like that cartoon where the woman's
I deserved
talking
it.
to her
Yeah.
husband, and she says, "I've got blisters on my hands from the broom." He says, "Well, use the cat next time."
I guarantee you, if his wife had to hit him, it would be more than twice. Well deserved, probably.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
That's it. Go and stand in the corner and face the wall.
Put your little hat on.
Oh man. I was fiending not having that TV on. Like I gotta put something on there. Hey, Paul's giving them a good test run on that TV though. That thing's been running like 24/7 for like two,
Yeah.
So
3
you have
years
it
now.
all. They reinstalled it or what?
No, he hooked his laptop up to it and disconnected the other computer. But he was on the phone with David for like good 15 minutes, so I don't know what David told him, but
Oh, man.
Everything all right, Paul?
For me, no.
No.
Just another day in paradise here.
where do you even use that laptop around the house anywhere, or is it just one you have laying around?
It's just an extra one. I've got another one out in the garage too.
Well, fuck the all-in-one then and just start using that one. You said the other one's old anyway, so just leave that
Yeah,
one
well,
hooked
I
up.
took it out there, plugged it in, and I'm gonna let it reset itself and see what happens.
But it's still going to be connected wirelessly to the internet.
Yeah, but if you do are you doing a factory reset on it, Paul?
I don't know what it's doing. It just says it's doing its thing.
What, did David have you do something to it though?
No,
Yeah.
then it's
No,
probably still connected to the internet.
he just said, leave it and we'll talk about it later. I think he was right in the middle of dinner.
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone right before he talked to you. He said he had a business meeting he had to
Yeah.
attend.
Yeah.
Paul, you're the host again.
But Paul, if all you've done is switch it on, again, it's just going to connect wirelessly to the internet again.
Yeah, I just turn it off and leave it
Just
to
turn it off and leave it off.
until David gets in touch with you.
Hold on, well, I'll be back.
Who's back?
No, my cat is crying because he sees me walking up the street. I had to tell him to hold on. I'll be back.
The kitty cat?
Yeah.
Was out cruising the streets or what?
He about 4 houses up trying to follow me to the store.
Don't you have a leash on him?
A leash?
Yeah.
On a cat?
They
people
have
do
cat
over here.
leashes. Yes.
Some people do. Yeah.
I've seen people walking rabbits in the street. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
I've never seen somebody walk a cat on their leash before.
Oh yeah.
My brother does it.
I've seen it. I've seen it before, but it wasn't in the U.S.
Well,
I had
what,
an iguana with a
what
leash.
that does is once you get them used to doing that, it teaches them to stay right with you, right? You know, like a dog. You know how a dog walks with you when you're on.
It wasn't in the
Yeah,
U.S. I forgot what country it is, but one of these countries, you got some cats, man, that you have to put them on a leash because when the cats see the dogs, they attack them off the muscle.
My brother puts his cat on a leash and walks it around, and I've never heard of anyone in the Midwest doing that voluntarily.
So,
Well,
that's strange.
I've put birds on a leash and took them for walks. I ain't joking. You can actually get a bird harness so
Yeah.
they can sit on your shoulder and they can fly so far, but they can't go too far.
I expect to see that video, David.
I've got pictures. I don't have a video of it, and I won't do it now because of the bird flu pandemic.
Oh yeah.
I think when my cousin was younger, she had a pet iguana and she had a harness leash for it. And
That's
she'd
what I
walk
had.
around.
I had
Look,
an iguana with
TJ,
a leash.
you can take your kitty on a trip to like England or something.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
you should get one. You should get one of these for rain.
There's only
Here.
one slight problem with that case she's wearing. They're made for birds.
Look, it's a backpack for your kid.
Don't tell us how that cat identifies. That cat identifies as a bird.
That's hilarious.
Well, it may have had a bird in there before the cat.
That's hilarious.
You could take them on a little
cat's
walking
like-
trip, TJ.
This is made for birds. Put a bird in it.
I totally see
Oh.
TJ walking through Walmart with this kitty on his back.
Yeah.
My kitty cat.
With his Luigi hat.
Yeah.
We might be able to convince Tim to do it.
So,
Yeah, TJ don't like his cat.
well, I've
Is it-
kind of been nicer to it, anyways. But sometimes it's just like, go away.
No, my cat climbs up on my shoulder and gets carried around on my shoulder.
Right. On that note, guess what? I'm out of here.
You're out of here. Where are you going?
I'm going to bed.
What time is it over there?
It is 11:30, but my leg is absolutely killing, and
Oh yeah, that's right. You had a biopsy.
Surgery today. Yep.
Babopsy today. Babopsy.
In the real world, TJ, it's 11:30.
Yeah, and did David? How did the anal practice work? Did proctologist
A what?
check you out?
The what?
You went and got an anal surgery, didn't you?
No,
What the
Yeah, his
world?
anal checkup.
no. I had a biopsy on my
Oh,
leg.
I thought you went to the proctologist.
Just walk away, David. Don't.
Wait, I
don't
just
do
stepped
it.
in the store, man. Let me turn my
Hit the
phone
end
down,
button
y'all.
and leave.
Well,
Hit the leave button.
yeah.
Oh,
put it
it's
this way.
pronounced annual, not anal.
Right. Anyway, they tried 3 times with the anesthetic and it didn't work. So they had to cut my leg while I could feel everything going on.
Damn, that's crazy.
Fucking hurt like a
And
bitch.
they gave him all kinds of shots for it too, didn't they, David?
Could have done one to the head and be done with it.
Couldn't they have done the anesthesia? Couldn't they give you like anesthesia?
That's what I was on about, the local anesthetic.
Thank you.
Oh.
Well, tell him when the painkiller kicked in.
Fucking pointless.
He
On the
but-
bus.
Yeah, on the
David, was
bus
there
on the way
infection?
home.
Yeah, start working on the way home. Finished by the time I got off the bus, and it's hurt ever since.
David,
winning
was your
over there,
leg
Dad?
infected?
You winning over there?
What's that?
No, talking to a guy that was on the
Hey, David, was
On the
your leg
poking machine.
infected?
I have a rash on my leg that keeps flaring up.
I was gonna say, infections can change the pH of your anesthetic and make it basically like water. I had the same issue when I had a root canal.
Yeah, well,
They kept pumping me full of drugs and none of it seemed to take.
Well, the blood test results came back good, so now they're confused because what they were treating me for is normally an infection, an autoimmune disease infection of the blood, and it isn't that.
Well, hopefully,
Weird.
when are you going to get the results of the
Between now and 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
That's
Yeah.
a long time.
Well, no, because what they do, they go send it off for tests. That'll be done in the next, 24, 48 hours, if that. And then they've got to fit you in. And because they've just had these strikes and they'll be fitting all them people in.
Did they have to do a culture on anything or?
You know, I
Problem.
love socialized medicine.
Most probably.
I
They'll
don't
do
know
a,
what to do with it. They
they'll do a
literally-
culture on the biopsy sample.
Yeah. All I know is it was a lot bigger than last time. And she showed me putting it in the thing. And when she put it into the jar, it went bloop. Like,
Well, and what also didn't help is David said that he had a real bitch for an assistant in the operating room.
oh yeah, she was
are-
not happy.
Usually when I stand up in the morning, I hear a thump on the ground. Thump.
That's because that's the shit falling out of his diapers.
Yeah, there you go.
No. If he didn't have such a, it's his ego hanging off his shoulder. That's all. It's all right, Justin.
Well, he swears up and down, David. Sometimes he has to go to sleep and tie it in a bow around his neck.
Well, it's like I said, it's rough living a tripod type life.
Well, I shall see you all tomorrow.
Okay,
think
David.
running with
take
All right,
care.
three
David,
legs
we'll
would
see
be-
ya.
Feeling better.
Have a good
Yeah.
night rest, David.
Bye.
If you put a Prince Albert in the end of it, you can hook it to Sarah's collar.
Oh, there we go.
I ain't got a clue what that's about. I'm out.
See, TJ, you would think if having three legs, you would be able to run faster, but you end up
Yeah,
tripping.
right. I know. Well, you kind of have three legs, but one is just like shorter than the other two.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe by
that's
an
to
inch or
keep it
two.
from falling on your face.
Yeah.
I said it might be shorter by an inch or two, but yeah.
Meow.
I see they got new advertisements online for underwear. It's called
Come on. Yeah.
ball breakers or something.
Come on.
Oh yeah,
Ball
then they have
breakers.
Come on.
and then they have what's the one, the Duluth Trading Company? They always come out with funny ass commercials.
Yeah.
For
Oh no, I think it'd be a good underwear company to call them ballroom dancers.
ballroom
There you go.
dancers.
And
Uh-huh.
for a
They
key
give your guys
phrase-
room to move.
For a key phrase, Donald, you say, "In the swing."
In the swing. Dan said his third leg is actually longer than my two normal extremities that I walk on.
Come on, Wiggy.
Prove
and
it. Man. Prove it.
his knuckles drag on the floor as well.
I see it. What's big on the news tonight is all of the CNN and all those other people are talking about that. Nothing wrong with Biden. It's Trump that should be tested. It's Trump that's lost his mind. It's Trump that's not whatever.
They're saying
What's
he has,
funny-
Nancy Pelosi says he has dementia.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nancy
they are-
Pelosi says he's got dementia.
Oh, Nancy Pelosi looks like she has dementia when she's staring at you.
Well, she's older than dirt.
No, but this is the thing, is they're all flipping out because the Supreme Court sided with him, saying that he couldn't be prosecuted for things that were done while he was president.
Yeah, that New York
Because-
case.
No, not things that done while he was president, but things that were done while he was president and were part of his presidential duties.
Right.
Woogie. Come on, Woogie.
So if they say he's got dementia, then he's got an excuse for what he did.
Yes.
He wasn't in the right state of mind to actually know what was right and wrong.
Right. Most courts aren't going to try somebody that has dementia. They'll just end up going to some mental facility or facility.
Who's got dementia?
Nobody. Fucking Biden does, old bitch.
Well,
Yeah,
it does.
he said he got dementia.
Dude, he seems like it, dude. I'm not just saying that because I don't like him, but he just,
No,
to be 100% honest, that man seems like he has something wrong with him.
Yeah, they said during the debate that it really showed. I didn't watch it myself, but the whole
Well,
world was like it showed.
Just go watch any of his
Anybody-
speeches from the last 3 years and you'll see it.
Anybody who has had a grandparent who was a little bit had sundowners, it looked like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're perfectly
Yeah.
fine. They're alert. They're going like 90 miles an hour during the day. Right along sunset, they just kind of
Well,
they're gone.
in Joe's point was he'd be rambling along and then all of a sudden it wouldn't make any sense and then he'd stop. And he go,
Yeah.
well,
They said that from 10 o'clock, listen to hours, 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock, he's dependently engaged with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They say so that for that 6 hours of the day, he's good. What happens after that? Now we need a president 24 hours a day. So for 6 hours a day, he's good. Who's running the country the other 18 hours?
his
know what I
wife,
mean?
his wife and everybody else is running it.
Well, they're supposed to have had a meeting yesterday, all his family members, to talk about whether they want him to run or keep running. And they said Jill and Hunter are telling him not to leave. Yeah, because Hunter makes money off of him, and Jill thinks she's the president. You know, so it's like,
Yep.
What's
she gets
the
$5,000 dresses to wear.
what's the age limit you
That's
have to
all
do to run for
speculation. We
president?
don't know. We don't actually know what's going on behind closed doors, so that's all
I
speculation.
think it's 18, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
A
Okay, you
low
got to be
limit
right.
of
Now,
35
To be president, you have to be 35 years old.
Age
Is it
from-
35? I thought it was 45.
18, isn't it?
and no top
To be
limit.
president, you have to be 35 years old.
35. Okay.
Have
No
we
age
ever had a
limit.
president? Have we ever had a president that young?
Almost.
Kennedy.
John F. Kennedy was
Kennedy.
a couple of years older.
38.
like 37,
Yeah,
38.
I think he was. Yeah, he was the
Like
youngest
37,
ever.
38.
He was in his 30s?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
but he didn't-
I'm waiting.
I
I'm
feel
waiting
like
for
once you
another
reach a
10 years,
certain
and
age-
I'm gonna run for president.
Yeah, I feel like once you reach a certain age, they I don't know. See, and it's really hard to say because the younger generation of the world now, they just as mixed up as anybody else. So the
Well, you
age
wanna find
bracket,
that
the age
balance.
bracket thing is kind of critical if you ask me.
You want to find
Yeah,
that
but-
balance of being old enough to have life experience on what you're talking about,
Right.
but young enough that you're going to that you have some tie to the future that the things that you're doing will impact
Right.
you.
So it's
Yeah.
So I just go with you on that. And yeah, I'd say, 35, 45 should be like the bracket. Because by that time,
I think-
you done learned basically. Go ahead.
I think in your 50s, I think 60 years old you're approaching the end of your shelf life for political office, or you should be.
I
Right.
think it would be the same retirement age as everybody else has got, like 67, is it?
Right. Well, yeah, yeah, people these days people retire around what 50, 55 at the latest. I think I feel
Well, I
62.
No.
I
60,
retired
60 at the most.
yeah, I
62 is
retired
the
at
average,
50.
but it used to be 65 or 67 before.
Yeah. I don't get my
That's
state.
the season one, right?
I retired
That's
when
if
I
you
was,
get to retire. I'm gonna have to just die working.
but I don't get
I
my
like
state
that idea.
until I'm 67.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Donald. I don't want to die laying down.
Oh, I don't want to work until I die. I'm gonna have to.
Nah, you don't have to. I don't believe that. Not
But you
you.
only have to work until your mortgage is paid off.
Donald just talking. He's smarter than that.
Shh, Don's an idiot.
Yeah, the best places to fly are playgrounds, Joe. This is a cool video. But what was that? What was that bear?
That was McGruff, the crime dog.
Oh, yeah, the one that says
Take a bite out of crime.
take a bite out
Yeah.
of crime. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right behind the police station right there in Mandeville, by City Hall.
Tell my McGruff.
That park was never that big. They expanded it all.
Oh, so they added to it.
Yeah,
Watch out. There's a
police
guy with a
state,
creepy
that's all
mustache
part of
around
the-
the playground. He's up to no good. Take a bite
That's
out
all
of
part
crime.
of, that's Mandeville Police Complex with the City Hall, all in that one area.
That's cool though.
What you need is Hong Kong Fooey.
Hong Kong.
Yeah.
You want no, you want here,
Oh
Not one
man,
super guy.
well, you just went back. I didn't think anybody remembered that.
so I found the speed
Yeah, I do.
I found the Biden speech transcript from when he was talking about his leg hairs. You remember that speech?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to read it verbatim, exactly word for word
Yep.
what he said in that speech. It's like maybe 10, 15 seconds long. Tell me if this makes any sense. By the way, you know, I sit on the stand and I'd get hot. I got hairy legs that turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight. And then they would watch the hair come back up again. I love kids jumping on my lap. That's exactly what he said in one paragraph. Now, did any of that besides the
Ooh-wee.
kids rubbing his hairy legs make any fucking sense?
No.
No, that didn't make sense
Yeah.
at all.
Listen to the first, just listen to the first sentence. Just listen to the first sentence. By the
Shut
way,
up.
you know I
Shut
sit
up.
on the stand. What the fuck does that even mean? By the way, you
Exactly.
know I would sit on the stand and I'd get
Because-
hot.
He
Sit on the
would sit
stand.
on the lifeguard stand and get hot in the
I
sun. So he
know.
would then get down and dip his legs in the pool.
But I'm saying, think about the way he's saying this. So it's just, you're
wording.
having to the wording he's saying it. He's
Yeah,
not
the
saying
wording.
it in a, like he's legible or like coming off and telling you a story
I
where you're
wouldn't be
completely understanding. You're literally having to break it down to figure out what he's
I
talking
wouldn't be
about.
bothered too much about what he said and how he said it as to how that actually has any relevance whatsoever to politics.
Do the politics right.
Because I want to say that speech had something to do with the soldier's death, I believe.
Yes, so
could be wrong
absolutely
about that.
no relevance whatsoever.
So what it was what the he was there for now.
Yeah,
I know. I just,
But that's what I'm
I'm
saying
saying
is
if I understood it.
he'll go
I don't
yeah,
know
but
why
it's
he's
just
saying it, but
well, that's what I'm saying. And then it's the way he says it. He mumbles words together. He says, "Therefore I go," and then I walked over and sat on the chair. Like that's the kind of shit he says. He doesn't sound
I forgive
articulate
that
at all.
because that is a literal transcript, and if we did literal transcripts of you talking, we wouldn't be typing in supposedly. We'd type in supposedly and say, look at that. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know words. But it matters how you're using the word, not how you're pronouncing it. We'd be
And
like,
anyway,
look at this. Well, you're not pronouncing the L in solder.
Yeah.
that's it. We're completely
aluminium.
Americans having absolutely no idea what they're saying.
Proper English.
So I'm not going to take a direct transcript and condemn him on that. But
that's one
overall,
of many, though.
Yeah.
Make at 350.
Hey, Paul.
How much grease is lightly greased on a recipe?
Yeah, Joe.
It's lightly greased.
Yeah, I just noticed it said lightly grease the pan. I didn't do that.
Just
Well, that
rub
was
a
a little thin layer. So
You
put a
just
little napkin
rub
in there
out
and rub it
some
around, I
very,
guess.
very thinly.
It's
Yeah, you
going to
Hey,
be
Dominic.
throwing
You
some
know
of
the
the juice
fact
off of it.
Just spray it with like a light coating of Pam or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you got
Too late.
Pam,
I've
just spray it.
already assembled.
Oh, you did it already?
Yeah, I put it together.
Time to Fly said that the youngest person to become president was Theodore Roosevelt, who was 42. Kennedy was 43.
Was he?
I thought Kennedy was 38.
Yeah.
No, I thought
I
he was
thought
younger.
you had. I was under the impression you had to be at least was it 40, 45, something like that.
Tim.
Tim
Like,
says he wonders how many Barbie dolls that Joe
yeah.
Biden has.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe, you were asked, you were going to say something, Joe?
So, how old was the youngest
Said 42.
president?
Well, we
How
thought.
old- what?
How old was the youngest ever person who ran for president, rather than those that won?
Well, you had to be that age in order to run for it.
I
Yeah.
mean, to get, I don't know. The only reason Kennedy got nominated was because of his family. He's super into politics. Otherwise, at his age, he probably would have never got that nomination
Good go.
if he was just some rando trying to run for president.
Hey, Paul, my son keeps a journal, right?
Yeah.
So last night he goes out and sits by the lakefront with the sunset to do his journal. That's what he usually does when he's off.
Okay.
So last night he left here and he came in and he said, let me tell you what happened to me last night. I said, what? He said, he's driving down the street, completely ran a stop sign. Didn't even see it. Got pulled over by Mandeville police. There were two cops sitting at the stop sign when he went right through it.
You talking about your son?
There. Yeah, my son got pulled over. Like, so
I thought
he got
working
he's
his
standing there.
police car.
He says, I didn't even see the stop sign. I'll be honest with you. I'm sorry. You know, and he said, yeah, I work for Covington PD and everything. He said, my gun's right here. My badge is right here. And they said, step out and everything. They took the gun, ran him, ran everything, checked the registration, checked the license, did the whole works. And the cop was telling him a long time, yeah, y'all a bunch of beasts up there, the stuff y'all doing, all of this and all of this. He said, I'm gonna let you off with a warning. He said, let that guy go through Covington. I'm giving him a ticket.
I thought
he comes through Covington, he getting a ticket for making me wait.
work in his squad car.
No, he was off duty last night, right?
Yeah. He was in his truck last night.
All right.
Oh shoot. Yeah, it's starting to turn. Some of them.
What's that?
That barrel. It's still a lot of them staying in consensus into Mexico, but you got the top 4 or 5 now starting to make that turn back because that stuff's starting to shift a little. We'll know in about 2 days.
Yeah, the way things are going in America at the moment, they've got to watch all these illegal Mexican immigrants running back to Mexico.
Well, it's the illegals, but now it's the hurricane.
America, land of the free.
This thing here's Corpus Christi. It'll be the home, the land of the breeze.
The land of the free, home of the fuck around and find out.
Home of the waves.
Just got to get in here and get settled.
I tell you, there's a lot of crime going on with some of these people, and they're catching them. And a lot of this crime is really bad.
Really?
Yeah. They've had 14, 16-year-old, 12-year-olds killed and kidnapped, raped. Moms of 5 raped, killed, and they're catching these people. Like 8 or 9 of them in the last 2 weeks.
What are you talking
all
about?
over the country. The aliens, the illegal aliens, the ones that came across illegal,
Yeah.
and the ones that are being caught for these crimes.
Oh, they're saying it's the Mexicans that's doing it?
Well,
the problem is it's not a bunch. It's not just Mexicans coming up through the border. There's a lot of
It's
South
not just them.
Americans. There's a lot of people from South America. There's even been groups of Chinese people
everything
that have been coming up through the border. They're all going down to South. They're all going to Mexico and South America and then coming up through there.
Yeah, coming straight in.
Okay, so what is it about their countries that they don't want to be there? They rather come here.
They get paid fuck all.
Probably because they're going to get money here, over there. Over there, they got to work.
That's funny.
It's not even that. It's just. I mean, to be fair, a lot of their countries they are coming from are fucking shitholes. At the end of the day.
Right.
No, I'm not saying that all of them that are coming over for the right reasons, but
Hi, Curtis.
at the same time, do you really want them bringing that kind of mentality and that kind of culture into the U.S.? Because if their entire country is a shithole falling apart and that's the culture that they're used to, and they don't have a means to stand up in their own country and try to fix their own problems, what do you think they're going to do when they come here?
Yep.
Well, I mean, the reality of it is we all came here.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying the U.S. has built itself up to where it is now over the course of time, though. But there's other countries that have been completely just, like, take Mexico, for example. The amount of corruption in Mexico with their police and everybody else is just off the charts. And then they have problems with the cartels. But nobody there does anything about it. You think the people of Mexico would stand up against it? 10 million of them would arm up and just be like, fuck it, we're done with this. And just take the whole entire government and everybody down. But they're not going to.
It's also the culture.
That's what I'm saying. It's part of its culture. He said, do you really want that much of that coming in over time?
It's strange you pick Mexico because
back in a bit because of some
my daughter actually left the U.S. and that's where she lives now.
See, but Mexico is far more dangerous than the U.S. is. There might be parts of Mexico that are okay, but Mexico's split up between 2 or 3 different cartels. And the corruption there is absolutely insane.
Mexico's changing now because of this new prime ministeress they've got.
Oh, no, she'll be dead within 6 months. She keeps talking shit about the cartels.
Yeah, the cartel take her out.
Because the military there is corrupt as shit. Half the military's in their pockets. So they can't even rely on their own military to do anything. Yeah, you tell me like 10 years ago, they said they were going to battle the cartel. They sent 10,000 Mexican troops in, and they did a fuck all to do anything with the cartels. I'm sorry, but if that was 10,000 U.S. Army or Marines that went in there, them fuckers would have been wiped out in a week and a half.
Yeah,
they would have been gone.
Went down. It definitely would have went down.
Yeah, put about a battalion of Marines in there. That's all you need.
Yeah.
The CIA
This is-
can't afford for the cartels to disappear. Most of the drug money's funding their operations.
Yeah.
Well, the CIA has been linked to the cartels multiple times.
Yep.
But see, the cartel got scared about a year ago. Those 3 women went down there that were Americans,
Yeah,
and the
and
car, one
they
of the,
killed one of them.
they killed all of them.
Oh, they
Yeah.
killed all of them? I
And
thought they
so
killed
then,
one and let the other 2 go.
and then another, then the families went to the bunch of senators and congressmen and got a big old uproar. Well, then
Yeah.
said the bunch of congressmen and senators wanted to designate them as a terrorist organization. Once you're designated as a terrorist organization in the U.S. government, that
Yeah,
gives the military that literally takes the military off the leash and says they can do whatever they want to hunt you, and they don't give a shit about international borders at that point. Which means
Right.
you would see drone strikes and shit in Mexico from the U.S.
Hey,
And
hey,
they got
Justin, you
really
know what?
scared when that happened.
Every Marine, when they said the cartel was gonna be a terrorist group, every Marine said, another ribbon for my check.
Well, the thing was, is
Mhm.
after that happened, the cartel actually came out and apologized for the
Yeah,
girls dying.
publicly. They did, yeah, they did it publicly
Because
too.
they
Like,
were freaked the fuck out because they didn't want to get labeled as a terrorist organization, because that would completely fuck them overnight. Because then they would start getting targeted by, special forces groups, or, they'd start sending in special forces, recons, and doing all kinds of shit on them, and then they would have a whole nother world of hurt to deal with.
yeah. They already knew that's not what they wanted.
So they actually publicly came out, apologized for the girls' deaths, and then they kind of toned shit down a little bit after that. Just like
Yeah.
they're getting a lot of heat about the whole fentanyl thing right now. And one of the cartels said that they were actually going to stop moving it because they don't want the U.S. getting overly pissed off about it, because it's even causing problems in their own ranks. I don't know how true that is, but there was some news articles about that said that they were, one of the cartels was actually talking about banning the movement of fentanyl because it was causing problems for them.
Dude, I'd
But
vote
I
on
know
that. I'd vote on
here,
that.
here in Florida, you have to, if you actually get caught dealing fentanyl and they link any type of death that happened with it back to you, you automatically will get charged with the first degree murder. If they can link any kind of overdoses or deaths back to you. They signed that in last year. Oh, have you, matter of fact, speaking of Chuck E. Cheese, they're talking about that in the chat. Have you ever heard the Chuck E. Cheese conspiracy? Go look that up. That's pretty interesting. About how they supposedly reuse old pizzas. Because people were buying pizzas, and when they would open it up, they would be cut, but then none of the pieces would match up with each other.
Is that your new Avada too, Joe?
No, that's a new Avada, the one they replaced, they haven't opened.
Oh, it's Chuck E. Cheese Pizzagate.
You know, I
I'm
haven't
telling
had
you,
a Chuck E.
they're-
I haven't had a Chuck E. Cheese pizza in like I don't know how long.
like I'm telling you, there's this whole big ass conspiracy around Chuck E. Cheese. Go look it up. About how they supposedly reuse old pizza that gets left on the tables by other customers.
Ew, that's
Yeah.
gross.
We never
And
had
then
any
there-
leftover.
And then there's this really funny ass conspiracy about Mattress Firm, the mattress stores,
Yeah.
because they say that they think that it's a money laundering business for the government. Because they're like, why is there a mattress store on every fucking corner in every fucking city? He's like, and because they start doing the math and they're trying to figure out how many people are buying mattresses every year. Would have to replace a mattress every year. It doesn't add up. And the amount of mattress firms are insane.
I guess Chuck E. Cheese
It's pretty funny.
ain't really all that good.
Oh, I didn't know that, JD. I heard about the thing. That was fucking probably 7-8 years ago. I heard about that. They were because they were some lady was showing pizzas she bought at Chuck E. Cheese, and she opened them up and like none of the slices like matched up.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, that'll be a fight.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact thing about the whole mattress firm conspiracy, but it's actually pretty funny. They think it's a big money laundering business or the government or something. Because they were doing the math on how many mattress firm stores there were around the country, and it was like a ridiculous amount of mattress stores. So they're trying to link it to money laundering.
Man, a Reuben sandwich is sounding really good from Arby's right now.
You know, it sounds good as a roast beef sandwich with some au jus.
Yeah, that too.
With what?
Anything
The
sounds
au
good
jus
right now.
sauce. It's like a watery gravy sauce. It's not very thick. It's kind of more watery.
One of those roast beefs I had, 4 boys. Gonna happen this week. Probably the 3rd. I'll go get me one since I'm not working the 4th of July.
No, roast beef should either be English mustard or horseradish sauce.
Or both.
Or both, yeah.
Okay, so the whole mattress firm thing, it says conspiracy theorists have alleged the notion for years. The idea the company was purportedly involved in criminal activity mainly revolved around one thing. In many cities, a company sometimes has multiple stores near each other, like within like a quarter mile of each other. So they're saying there's way too many stores for what they're actually selling every year.
So it brings a whole new meaning to keeping your life savings under your mattress.
It was some story that started in 2021, I think it was. And then they found some like weird shit with their finances all the way back to like 2008. Or 2004. That the person that like posted all this shit, like they went like in depth in the company, like pulling up like old financial records. Found a bunch of like weird money moving around and shit.
Which company?
Mattress firm. Yeah, there's this whole like big conspiracy around it. It's pretty interesting actually. I'll watch some videos on it one day. I don't really believe it, but it was interesting. I mean, they did make some good points in the video they were talking about it, but
Right.
I mean, it's like there's no actual proof that that's the actual thing. Yum Yum Donuts here in San Jose, California, was making crack cocaine in the store. Oh, matter of fact, the guy that owned that DJI repair shop. Remember we watched that on the news about 6 months ago. His ass got arrested and they found a bunch of fucking fentanyl and a bunch of other drugs inside of his
I don't remember that.
Thunder drones.
Yeah, he was running drugs into the prisons.
Yeah, Thunder drones.
Yeah, he was
I
He
remember
was,
that because he lived somewhere in Georgia, and I was like, yeah, dang.
yeah, he was doing all the hacks on the DJI drones so people could fly him into the prisons. And they linked him back to him. And then he got arrested, and when he was arrested, he had a fucking drone shirt on that said DJI on it. I was like, oh yeah, that really helps your case.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I think Al from South Florida Drone Flyers, he was in Georgia one day. He brought his he brought one of his drones with him because I think he needed like some repairs or whatever, and he brought it over to Rob anyways.
He bought a little hot rod.
No, Al from South Florida Drone Flyers.
Yeah.
I think it was his what drone was it? I can't remember which one it was, but he brought one of his drones over to Rob from Thunder Drones because he lives in Georgia.
Oh, took it to him. Okay, I see what you're
Yeah.
Did that one guy ever show up to the meetup that Ray pissed off, TJ?
Which guy?
The guy who was
There you go,
flinging the
Justin.
Trump hat in his face? Oh yeah, it looks good.
Oh, I
Will
know,
be
yeah, I know
football.
who you talk about. Yeah, he can't. He ended up coming, I think. Yeah. Man, look at all this food. Look at all this food porn.
Wasn't there other locations of that Yum Yum Donuts? Because that sounds really familiar.
Wait a minute, Joe. You got a whole
think so.
sheet full of dishes.
Wasn't there a bunch of franchises
Yeah.
of that, Al? Because I didn't spend a lot of time in San Jose, but that really sounds familiar. Yum Yum Donuts.
Yeah, I used to do pictures
Yeah,
of
that
them
does
all the
sound
time.
familiar. Yum Yum Donuts.
Look.
That sounds familiar.
Unless it's
Where?
one of those. Unless it's
Oh,
one of
really?
those. Yeah, but it could be
Yeah,
one of those
they-
names that's like Giovanni's Pizza. You know, there's a Giovanni's in every fucking
Hey,
city.
look at this one right here.
Good Lord, look at all this food porn. It's like nothing
That's
but
an air
waffle.
fryer that I have. That's one of my air fryers.
It's like waffles all over. I see more waffles than like anything else.
A little bit of everything.
You don't know nothing about them banana waffles,
Right here.
TJ.
That's one of my
Banana
air fryers right there. It's a slow
Are
cooker
you-
air
Good,
fryer.
too.
Does
Are you
everything.
running some like food blog on Instagram or something?
That should be.
You should be. I mean, you're fucking taking pictures of all your food.
Dude,
Look at
this guy always messages me like takes pictures of his food and messages it to me. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, he does it to me too.
Wait a minute, TJ. Wait, he sent them to you too?
Yeah,
he
he
sent
sent
it
them
to
to
me.
me. Yeah.
Talking about
Damn,
this is what I'm eating for dinner.
Yeah.
We
He
just
sends
caught
them
you
to-
out there, man.
He sends them
Yeah,
to
look
me
at that,
too.
man.
Look, he's watching
He sent them to
YouTube.
you too, Justin?
Yeah, he sent me because before Joe used to come on the show, he used to send me his pictures of what he was having for breakfast,
Look at that. That's a peach cobbler. Look at that.
and I would
Oh, yeah,
always.
Oh my
that looks
God,
good.
man.
That looks amazing.
Let me get that. Let me get that.
I know.
Because for a long time before, there was a while there where Joe didn't actually come on the panel.
Look at that. That's
And he would
glazed
send me
apples that are
pictures.
fried up. Put some honey on top of the steak, on top of the eggs and the grits.
Are those peaches on top of
I
the
don't
steak?
know, dude. I could go without the
stop.
peaches.
Third
That's
dog,
actually
you-
peaches. That was peaches. That's what it was. It was
Those
peaches.
What
peaches?
in the world is that?
I'm good with you. Take
that's
the
good.
peaches and grits off. I'll eat the rest of it.
And
Look,
then
he's got
there's time.
wine in a Walmart apple pie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then there's time. That's all I want right there.
The only thing I wanted on there was the peaches.
Yeah.
We had to share that plate, just.
I'll
at that.
take the steak.
Bush, yum.
Chicken wing.
Chicken
Yeah, you
wing.
need to do yourself a little food blog on Instagram.
How's
Fit right in with all those 22-year-old chicks.
that look? Man? Yeah, I used to cook a lot. I haven't cooked like this in about a year.
Damn,
need
all that
to.
looks so good.
I even
Like,
make sushi when I
look at
feel
the
like it.
Look at that sushi, man.
See, what you need to do is once a day, start you an Instagram page. Once a day, post one thing, and then the recipe on how to make it. And you just
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah, like
Or,
right,
or
right
you do
under,
it a couple times a week, like twice a
right,
week you
right
post
under,
it.
right underneath the picture, just put the recipe, like right underneath.
That's what I'm
it.
saying. You once or twice a week on Instagram, you post a picture with the recipe, you do it the same 2 days every week, and you have a successful food blog here in the next couple of years.
Yep.
Actually, you might blow up quicker than that.
Yeah, but if I did it
Actually,
right, I probably.
Joe, he's right. You get a lot of women on your channel too. They love you for
Yeah.
that.
I'm telling you.
Instagram's more of a, I don't know so much now, but like when Instagram first came out, it was definitely targeted more towards women. Cause it was like a bunch of like mom stuff and like,
Mm-hmm.
crafts and arts and cooking stuff. Like it was definitely geared more towards women. I don't know so much now because I don't really fuck around with Instagram, so I'm not sure.
Everybody watches YouTube now.
Yeah.
Tim said that looked like a menu for the High Blood Pressure Foundation.
Well, I'm not talking about YouTube. I was talking about Instagram.
No, I'm saying, yeah, Instagram used to be the spot, but everybody's going to YouTube now. Like they're not going to Instagram as much. Everybody's looking for everything on YouTube.
Well, I mean, if you're a vlogger type person, Instagram's a good place to be. Like if you're just doing little short vlogging videos,
Yeah.
posting pictures of what you're doing throughout the day, and you are kind of interesting, Instagram's definitely a good place to do that on. Fucking Twitter's the wild, wild west. You can find all kinds of shit on
I
there.
love that. I love Twitter.
Twitter's got porn and all kinds of shit on it.
Does any? Well,
You can just argue with everybody.
I've never really heard of like people doing. I don't really see people doing much tweeting anymore. Really, I don't know.
Twitter's still big.
It's an absolute dumpster fire.
Well, it's gotten
off the
worse.
chain.
It's gotten worse, but better since Elon took it over.
Yeah, it's gotten better. Elon.
But at the same time, it's gotten worse because he doesn't put as many restrictions on people.
And that's the good thing.
Right. So it has opened it up for a lot more.
Hey, you can just have
shit.
it's a shit show, but I enjoy it.
There was this joke that I heard today about this guy's talking about. Yeah, I just got a new car. It's got a real Elon Musk.
Okay. Right, come on, fat girl. Come on, fat girl.
But yeah, Twitter's definitely the wild, wild west.
And as I said, it's enjoyable.
You won't come in. She probably won't go outside.
I mean,
you just post your thoughts.
You got to rub her hair first.
I would say Rumble's the same way, but Rumble just, I don't know. Dude, I don't like Rumble, dude. I've tried Rumble. I just didn't like it.
Yeah, I can't get my head around that one either.
I think Bill should have kept pushing Rumble instead of going back to YouTube. Because that one night, that week or whatever he was on Rumble, he was doing damn good on his numbers. Dude, he got like 30, 40 people from Rumble come in on one live show.
Who is this?
And then the minute his YouTube got
Uncle
unlocked, yeah, he should have kept on the fucking Rumble shit and fuck YouTube. Because his numbers were really high when he did that Rumble. He got what, like 300 or 400 views on that, or something. I think it was over 400 views on that live show. That's almost triple what he normally gets. But he had a lot of people from Rumble that were not part of his channel by any means that happened to find his live show while he was live on there. And he had quite a few people in his chat.
Rumble probably ain't got much going on. So once they seen something jumping, yeah, let's check it out.
But like I said, he should have.
Right. Yeah, I'd have ran with it. I'd have ran with it too. Yep. I'd have ran with it.
Because you could do really shitty on one platform and then try another one and be really successful.
Especially if it's a fresh platform.
Yeah, I tried Rumble for a good 8 months and I didn't get any traction on it at all. I had my Rumble connected to my YouTube, so everything that uploaded to my YouTube automatically got uploaded to Rumble. And I think over a course of 8 months, I got like maybe 7 followers. And I was just like, dude, this ain't doing anything. Like, if I would have had a couple hundred, I probably would have kept at it, but it just wasn't doing anything. I wasn't getting any views, and they weren't pushing anything. So I was just like, after about 7 or 8 months, I just gave up on it. And a lot of the followers were just other people I knew that were trying Rumble themselves. And so it wasn't like it was new followers of people I didn't know, you know?
Yeah.
Mm.
Rumble. Rumble is very similar to YouTube. I don't think it's as refined as YouTube as far as just the overall setup of it. I think it definitely needs some work. But Rumble's kind of like Twitter. They don't really put any regulations on people's like political views and stuff. You can kind of be on either side of the fence and they don't give a shit. And they kind of market themselves that way. And there's a lot of gamers and different people on there. I mean, it's kind of like YouTube. It's like all over the place. They got all different genres on there. But their main focus when they first started, I think, was because people on the right were getting blocked on Twitter and Facebook and YouTube. It was kind of a website that got started up because of that. And that's the way they market themselves. I mean, it's a growing platform. It's just not that fast. Because it's been around for what, like 5-6 years now, and I think it's still only like 5% of YouTube.
I hadn't heard about it until
Let's see how many active members they have now.
Bill decided to go over there. That's the first time I heard of it.
So somebody just asked Greg, is it legal to launch a mortar firework from a quiet copter at 400 feet?
I say, why not?
Yeah.
No, let's
Greg
have
went.
fucker in and find
So.
out. There's only one way to find out.
So
Greg read it and went.
okay, so they've had pretty good growth though. They're up to 78 million registered users now. Or monthly active users. And they said they're growing about 77% year over year. So that's not bad.
It's opening
But,
up.
where YouTube has more than 2.7 billion. So you see the difference in size. Fucking Rumble's barely scratching the surface as far as YouTube size. Rumble's really not going to get on YouTube's radar till they hit probably like 1 billion members. And YouTube might look at them and be like, all right, you're a competitor. Like I said, I think the top 3 most visited sites is Google, YouTube, and then Pornhub, I think is number 3.
Yeah. They gotta work harder then.
Eating your porridge there, Dominic?
Top 10 most visited sites.
No, what? Do you have any? You have any cinnamon in your porridge?
No, not today. No.
Rich. Eating cream of wheat?
No, it's oats, not wheat.
Oatmeal.
Yeah.
Quaker oats. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so they have it. So it's Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Badio.com. I don't know what the fuck that is. Wikipedia, Twitter, Yahoo, Yankex, WhatsApp, X videos. Everybody knows what that is.
Yay.
Chat GPT, TikTok, Reddit, Amazon, then Pornhub's number 17.
TikTok is way down there.
Yeah, well, like fucking out of the top 20 sites, out of the top 25 sites, like 6 or 7 of them are porn sites.
Good to hear.
And you've heard of every one of them, trust me. X videos,
Who said good to hear?
Pornhub, xnxx.com, xhamster.com.
Well, I don't want to know nothing about hamsters.
What the heck is RedTube? What is that?
Stop thinking about it.
Oh,
TJ.
yeah.
Stop thinking about it,
It's like
TJ. Look, I'm about to say you might want to stop calling those off. TJ look like he's trying to memorize them.
I like how he's playing dumb about it. Though. He's like, "What's
It did.
RedTube?
Remove your browser.
Matter of fact, what's the internet? They have porn on the internet. What's this internet you
I
speak
don't,
of?
I don't want to know nothing about X-rated hamsters. Nothing about X-rated hamsters.
Hey Joe, the USA kickoff against Uruguay in an hour and 40.
Yeah, I don't watch it tonight. I remember seeing it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I gotta see what time it comes on.
What, 9 o'clock your time, is it?
Stay off heavy.
I thought it said 8 o'clock my time. I'm going to look.
Tim, stay off heavy R though.
Is it 8? It says 2 a.m. our time. 2 a.m. our time's 9 o'clock Eastern.
Okay, it's not showing me on it at all. It's somewhere else. It's not showing it on the channel it usually comes on.
Yeah, one of the sites was feet.com or something. Or something like that. It was like feet or foot.com. Yeah, you can just use your head on that one. You'll figure out what kind of site that was.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be mad if it's not on.
Is it playing it?
It's not showing on my television.
Arrowhead Stadium.
What are you
wherever
looking for?
that is.
The Copa game tonight, U.S. and Uruguay. Uruguay.
What the fuck
They
game
said-
is that?
Soccer. Football.
Oh,
Copa America.
why are you watching football or soccer?
I watched that. But it's supposed to be on at 8 o'clock. That's what they said. But 8 o'clock at 9 o'clock's our news during that time. And that channel showing the news on not what you call it.
Who are they playing?
Uruguay.
Fuck's that at?
You
In
don't
the
know where
Copa-
Uruguay is.
It's in the Copa America.
The fuck's that?
The America's
South
Cup.
America.
Never heard of it.
One of the 11 countries in South America. And one of the few
Yeah.
that's
Well,
land.
Uruguay is, yeah. But it's
don't
the
pay
Copa
attention to
America.
Copa
it's
America
the-
tournament.
It's
Yeah.
like our Euros over here, but for the American continent.
Yeah, South America's kind of the dangling turd of North America, you know. We don't really pay
Yeah,
attention
well,
to
the USA are in it and Canada. Well,
it.
Well, it is the
It's
Cup
not
of America.
showing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mexico's just a little string in between that's holding it up.
It's
Surprised
at
it's not
Arrowhead
somewhere else.
Stadium, wherever that
There
is.
it is. 8 o'clock my time on FS1.
Yeah, well, they'll probably be talking about it for an hour before the kickoff.
Well, I'll put it this way. It says it ends at 10. So it looks like it's gonna start at 8, ends at 10, it says.
Yeah, it sounds about right. Because I mean, in total, with the quarter of an
Yeah,
hour
Copa
break,
tonight
it
starts
takes
at 7.
an hour and a quarter, an hour and
Yeah,
three quarters.
at 7 at 7 o'clock, it's Copa tonight, where they're gonna talk an hour first.
I wouldn't watch
Mm.
two. Was it? I think 2 different soccer games with Sarah. That shit was boring.
Mm.
That was her when Baycare or no, Bond Clinic was sponsoring us, the professional soccer team here in Florida.
Because the other match that's on is Bolivia versus Panama.
You got France and Belgium right now.
France and Belgium.
Yeah. Going right now. You know, at 62:15, 0-0.
Yeah, I don't want to worry you, but that finished hours ago.
Well, it's on right now.
Like it kicked off at 5 p.m. our time, so that would be 10 p.m. your time. No,
Jody?
that would be 12 lunchtime your time. So that
Jody!
finished
What's up,
hours
Jody?
ago.
There's supposed to be a replay of it then.
Yes, what's good?
Because nothing really happens till the 85th minute.
Oh.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hop off and see if I can do something with myself.
Yeah.
I think
Getting to that
Dominic,
time as well.
Dominic,
Do something with your wife.
Huh?
We'll do something with your wife.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Tell her.
We actually watched we watched something on Netflix earlier. It was called Unfrosted, but
Yep.
it wasn't really that good, really.
Oh yeah,
Go
what about
go
the?
someplace and fly. Go someplace with her, hold her hand, and walk and watch the sunset.
Yeah, walk around holding hands.
Walk around holding hands.
Fuck, you guys been in a
Don't wait,
Hallmark
Luigi.
commercial?
Either
You guys
that or
watching?
put your arm around her, you know.
Motherfucker's been watching too many Hallmark commercials. Anyway,
No, it's Christmas. It's Christmas in July again.
Uh,
I can watch Christmas movies all month now.
You gotta spread the love there, buddy.
yeah,
oh
spread
yeah,
the
you
love.
watching all them Lifetime
I feel-
movies, ain't you, Joe?
Yeah, we haven't done
Yeah,
a
I've been
damn
watching-
thing all,
I've been
all
watching.
day today. We've just kind of been sitting around here and not doing nothing.
Been reading too many Mills and Boone books.
Yep.
Yeah, that too. All right, guys, we'll see y'all in
Okay.
the morning.
All right, we'll see you.
All right,
Later.
TJ.
Hey, Teach.
Later.
Hey,
Yeah,
Jody.
Hallmark's Christmas in July is on.
Ow.
Justin, are you going live tonight?
I don't know.
Lloyd's on in half an hour.
Yep. And that's what I got to get ready for.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna go.
Okay,
Take a little-
everybody. Hey, thanks. for
let's
being here.
let's
We'll
call
see
it.
all of you again in the morning. Bye
Okay.
for now.
Later, people. Everybody have a
Later,
good one, man.
Thank you.
See you, Paul.
Bye-bye.
Justin. Dominic.
Bye bye.